It's a beautiful day. We're looking forward to an exciting championship between the Apache of Antonian College Prep from San Antonio and the Cardinals of John Paul II from Plano.
Beginning of the season on the captain application, it was what's your goal for the team, and I was like, win state.
I was very confident in our ability on paper, and I just was hoping that going into the year we were going to mesh as a team.
Team chemistry is really big, especially if you want to go all the way in state, and I felt like we had something really strong that you don't really see all the time.
The very first day, I walked into Coach Jones's classroom, and they said, "Oh, great, we have a freshman." And I said, "A freshman? One? You mean there's no other freshman?"
I don't even know if you could consider it a program, really. It was just kind of a couple of girls from every grade getting together and going to practice, if you could call it that, where we just kind of stand around for a couple hours, throw the ball when we felt like it.
When I first came in as a freshman, and it was a losing program, if we're going to be honest. No one really thought that we were good or talented.
And it was a little disorganized. It was not really super motivating. It was kind of hard to find your place on the team and everything.
There were potholes in the outfield, the dirt wasn't right, the pitcher's mound was misaligned, there are shards of metal sticking out of the fence, we didn't have a warning track.
It was run down, not taken care of ever. It was trash everywhere. It was just not very flattering. It didn't scream JPII.
But then when Coach Baker came in last year, it was kind of like a shock to us. We were like, what? Like, we actually have to do something now? But as we started to grow, and once we started like hitting more balls out and winning more games and losing less, that's when people kind of looked at us and they were like, oh my gosh, like they're kind of good.
I started to see a lot of changes. We went to the weight room a lot, and Coach Baker was such a positive light on all the girls. She was such a great influence.
Some kids like to play, but some kids like to win, and when Baker and Rome came in, you could tell it had shifted to a winning culture.
And back here for the start of fourth. Marchin, the starting right fielder and the cleanup hitter for the Cardinals.
I really just wanted to get a hit, get on base, and Coach Baker and everybody else was telling me just line drives, just base hit. And I took two big, daddy hacks.
Swung on a miss, strike two.
I was just like, okay, I just need to make contact with it. So I just threw my hands at the ball and made contact with it.
Swung on, hit high into center field. Rodriguez going back, and it is gone!
And it felt good. I knew it was gone whenever I hit it. It felt so good.
Taylor Marchin almost hitting the scoreboard in center field out there. And she has just tied this game up 1-1 for John Paul II as her teammates come out to greet her.
Phi Delta Slamma. It was great. We racked up a lot of home runs in preseason. I was like, this is going to be great. And then, everybody came out in district and really killed it offensively.
The culture senior year, not as many nerves. Everyone knew we were good. Everyone on the team knew we were good. Knew we had the potential to do good things.
I would say after the Allen tournament in the first couple district games, or just those two tournaments in general, I knew that this was going to be something special because Coach Baker and Coach Rome would always talk about it at practice, about how we're practicing for state, but we need to take it one game at a time.
Whenever we really first started hitting more consistently and hitting home runs, I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. We're on a winning team. What's happening? But definitely towards earlier in the season, I was like, we could have a good chance this year.
I feel like having emotion is just a huge part of the game, because if you let a little bit of negativity into the game, it really affects everything. And I just always try to pump everybody else up and try to bring positivity whenever they may feel a little bit down about something. And big strikeouts like Taylor had and Emily were having, are huge.
When I hurt my back right before playoffs started, it was kind of devastating. I was very worried that I wasn't going to play in playoffs. And just having like Aubrey there, Aubrey really helped me because she's just such a powerful influence for me.
So I'll remember most because it was my first playoff game ever. Like, I had never got the opportunity to play in any playoff game before that. Coach Baker told me, she's like, you need to finish this. There's no one that's gonna come help you. Like, you need to finish it and trust your defense and stuff. And let's just say, like, in that last inning, I was very tense and stressed out, but I was like trying to keep it composed on the mound. And then when we won, I just started bawling my eyes out. I was like bawling. Like, I was hyperventilating, crying too. It was bad. But it was like happy tears too, and like relief tears, because I was just letting everything go, and I felt good after that.
Inning for the Cardinals will be the number 8 hitter, Grace Childers. She'll be followed by Ansley Vogue, and then the leadoff.
Well, I'm thinking I better find a way on base.
I was so nervous for her. I mean, she is a senior and she has done so much for this program, and I was just praying. I was praying for her.
Pitch from Neal swung on, and that one is going to fall in for a base hit. Childers.
I knew once she got that hit that it was about to be a big inning.
High leverage moment right now here for John Paul II.
Well, I didn't choose the best pitch exactly, but it was really nice having like everybody on the bases, and I could look out to Emily over at second base, and she's sitting there like, "You got this, Aubrey. Oh, you got this."
Here's a pitch. Swung on and flied into right field. Fielder's coming on, and it drops in for a hit. 1 run is in.
Kind of blooped one out to the Bermuda Triangle between center and right and second, and it worked out because, of a reputation, they were back at the fence, but they didn't expect that little tiny hit.
I just couldn't hear anything. Like, all I could see was the batter, the umpire, and Aubrey, and I could not hear anything. Like, no noise, nothing, and I don't know, it was just, I guess I was just so focused in.
Strike 3 call. Taylor Marchand 1 strike away from claiming the state championship. Swung on to the shortstop, over to third, got her! And the ball game is over, and your 2021 TAPS Division I state softball champions are the John Paul II High School Cardinals in their first trip to the state championship.
Hannah looks at me and she throws the ball and I catch it. I'm like, there's no way this girl is out. And then I look at the umpire and he's like, out, and I was like, literally shocked. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And then I look at Taylor, and Taylor's running up to me, and I'm like, there's literally already tears like streaming down my face. I'm like, we did this.
I felt like all the parents, the team, the coaches, everyone just felt relief come over them, and it was the most exciting thing.
Well, there's 4 of us, me, Grace, Kendall, and Emily, and we have all been through it all together. We were with Coach Jones together. It'll be kind of sad to leave them in the fall because they are like my sisters. Like, I've known them forever.
I love them all. They're the sweetest girls ever. They're the most encouraging girls that I know too.
I think that we've created a bond between all of the girls that will stay forever. It's just, we're all different, but somehow we all come together and we're all great friends.
I hope that it, made the school care about girls' sports. I mean, if anything, I'm excited for the softball program, and I just hope that they'll actually treat girls' athletics with, sincerity now.
Nobody really knew what our team had to offer coming in this season, and we really showed them what we have and that we could go all the way. We were the underdogs coming in, so I guess the moral of the story is just believe in the underdogs.
So here we are, the future's now. The time, your time